Hey Anna, today is a little bit of a short video because it, should I talk about I don't want to I don't know. I do have a test to study for, but I don't want to act like I'm trying to rush through this, but today is also a laptop no editing video. And look at what shirt I'm wearing. It's the same shirt as you, but not the burgundy version, which I find really funny because I really like this armory green color, and I would like to have a wardrobe full of it, and then you have a wardrobe full of burgundy and have the burgundy shirt. So that's funny. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so I've been preparing for that. Um, I made a vegan cake, or at least I tried to make a vegan cake, but I'm really, really bad at baking. So apparently, to make a vegan cake, what you can do is you can take a cake mix that doesn't have any products in it, and then instead of eggs, you use applesauce, which is interesting. But it worked, and the cake tasted really good, but it fell apart because I didn't leave it in for long enough, and so it became a cake soup. And I had the great idea because I was feeling really, really cool. So I was like, oh, I'll make fondant because I thought that would be awesome. And so I got a recipe for it, but it wasn't the right recipe. It wasn't like fondant I had meant. I had meant like cake fondant, like the more Play-Doh-ish. But this was like candy fondant, if that makes any sense. And so I ended up making this really weird hard candy, but not hard candy, like it was still stretchable. And it was like kind of clear, but not really, and it got everywhere, and eventually I made the mistake. I'm like, oh yeah, I still want to put in red food coloring. Mistake, red food coloring everywhere. That thing was everywhere. Cleaning was like disaster. I was like freaking out about it because it was just everywhere, and I was like, can I even get this off? And so that was stressful, just making that, and it just all turned out really bad, honestly, so I kind of put it all in a Tupperware and just put in the frosting and then put that over. I'm like, this is a cake. Um, I didn't only do that. I also was that person who went to her locker and filled it with those really bad Valentine's cards, which half of me is cringy because I'm one of those people who brought whatever Tumblr stuff out of Tumblr, but then the other half of me is like, well, they're really funny, and I thought it was cute. Not cute, it's more funny than cute, but anyway, I did that. Luckily I got someone to stand with me as I put in the things, because that would have been really embarrassing if I just had to stand alone. I also burned movies we had meant to watch that we had been adjusting a list over time. So I have that. Burning movies is so challenging. I found a program and I'm like, oh yeah, and I made it, and I got a menu up, and I was like, oh wait, these DVDs aren't big enough, I'm gonna have to do it all separately. And then I go in and I burn one, it was fine, but the menu is kind of weird, but it works, and I go in to burn another one the next day, and it's just like, nope, can't do that. So, but I got it all done. I don't know, is this considered boring? You found rendering boring, you might find burning DVDs boring. I don't know, it's been interesting. I've never had a Valentine's Day with someone, so this has been a different experience. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you'd say something like, well, that's totally no, something along the lines that I should not have ever had a Valentine's Day with someone. I don't know. That just seems like something you would do in that having a relation. I don't know. I don't know. But that's interesting. That's fun. I went with my friend Majid to Albertsons because he needed to go last minute get his girlfriend stuff, and I got to stand with him as he stood in the flower area for a really long time, unsure of what to get. The flower lady eventually came over and was like, "Do you guys need help, or you?" And so she suggested pink or yellow flowers, and he got yellow. And then once we left, he's like, I'm sad, I wanted to get orange, but she didn't say orange, so I didn't get orange. Yeah. Uh, okay, I don't want this video to go too long since I'm not editing it, and there's probably just a bunch of space, so whoopsie daisy. I will see you tomorrow, and I'll talk to you on Monday. Yeah. Sorry this also wasn't a continuation of the conversation. I'll do that when I edit something. I have more deeper things to talk about. I've been oh yes, deep thinking. Anyway, okay, yes, goodbye. Oh, my mouse is unplugged.